everyone, happy Sunday to you. It's Angela here again, and I'm here just to bring you another quick project to make for your journal. So whether that's your autumn journal that you're following along with me, or whether it's your own journal, here's a quick idea for you to try. All right, so I'm using the first signature. If you remember last time we did this little one, so you'll find that on the playlist. I've made a playlist here called Autumn Lustre Journal, so I will put the link in the description box below this video. Of course, you can find that on my YouTube channel under the playlist tab, which is right next to the videos, and you can find everything that we do there as well. All right, so this is what we did last time. So what I'm going to do is I want to take this page out of this, because we're going to work on the back bit of this today. So I was going to do a project for the middle, but I never had the right napkin. So I will do that in the week, because they will arrive, the napkins will arrive for me then. And I was being a bit picky about what I wanted, but I wanted a proper autumn napkin that wasn't too orange. Right, so let's have a look at what we're going to do today. Plenty of pockets in store for you today, and a great page layout that we can put onto one of our tea stain pages. So it is going to be going onto the other side of this one. All right. So what I've done here is I have actually printed out a piece of vellum. Now you don't have to use a piece of vellum. I just want to grab it here. This is the piece of vellum that I've chosen, which is, I've printed one of the background pages on there, but you could just use that background page, and I'm just grabbing it here, which is really this one here. All right, so don't feel that if you can't print a vellum or whatever, you can't do this. Of course you can, just use the piece of paper. I was just trying a few different things, and I thought, well, let me try this. So that's going to be the base of our page. I'm not going to stick that down right yet, because I've got a bit of a mailer envelope that I'm going to use. So I'm going to just put that to the side. Now, what I did was I had an envelope, which was actually from a birthday card. I don't know what I've done with the other half of it, but it was one that I had, you know, it was one of these from a birthday card that I had slit open at the top here. And I just wanted to show you how you can use these sorts of envelopes as well in a project like today. So as you can see, it had that kind, but of course it doesn't, we don't have a flap on here. We're going to make a flap. So that's what I thought I would share as well. Show you how you can use envelopes that don't have the right kind of flap on them as well. Now, as you can see, I've got some measurements on here, so I thought I'd share that with you. I've cut them, this envelope was twice this size, and I've cut it down to this size here. All right, so you can see how it's open on two sides here. Okay, so it's 4.5 inches by 6.25 inches. All right, so 4.5 by 6.25, or alternatively 11.5 by 16 centimeters. That's what I've done, and that's going to fit nicely on the page here. This is the side that's going to open, and I will move it slightly over like that. It won't be quite central on the page because of what I'm going to do. All right, and then we will put a flap on, and this will flip up. So that's what I thought I'd share. Now, the first thing you want to do is create a false flap here. So what I've done is I've just taken a scrap of paper. This paper is 4.25, more or less, by 2.5 inches wide, 11 by 6 centimeters. It's an approximate, as long as it's slightly narrower than your actual envelope itself, we are going to fold this in half. All right, so I've just taken this scrap that I had, and you could take tea stain paper, it doesn't matter. You're not really going to see this. It's just the scrap, sorry. I just need to grab my bone folder here. It's just one that I had, and I want to just fold this in half and just make sure that it's all right. So that's what it is. I am actually going to turn it the other way, because if anything, that's the side I am going to see. All right, just in the creases really. And then what you want to do is you want to stick the top bit into your envelope up to the fold line. So let's just get it like that. All right, just move it centrally like that. And we are going to glue the inside of that. Okay, so grab your glue. And I would stick the underside down actually. So I'm just going to stick that over there. And you won't see much of this other than the actual crease line itself. So that's why I'm not doing it on the other side. So I hope I've thought this through properly. Okay, so now we want to stick that down there without getting it completely into the crease line. So I'm just going to do it like this. It's probably easier. Where is my crease line? Okay, so that looks about right, and now I can burnish that nicely. Okay, so now you've got that stuck down there, and the reason why I've stuck it down there, not up there, is I'm going to use this pocket to tuck something in, so that's why I've done that. Okay, now while we add it, we can just put some glue on the edge here, like that, and close that bit there. Now what you've created is an envelope with a flap. All right, so when you see it, as I said, that I did have it right, that's the bit that's going to stick down on our page. Let's just move that over. Ultimately, when I've finished decorating it like that, and then we'll put this over and you won't see it. All right, so you will see a slight bit of that flap, but not too much. That's why I've used a scrappy piece. All right, so we just need to move it down a bit. So it'll be like that. Okay. All right, so that's the way we're going, but let's put that aside again. Move that to the side. Let's focus on this now. Right, so we have got this side open here, and just going to run some distress ink on the edges. Not that we're going to see much of them, but you know, they do sort of stick out a bit. So go and grab one of the mailers. Doesn't matter if it has a window or if it doesn't, or a birthday card envelope or anything that you have, and cut it down to the size that we're talking about here. Right, what I've done now is I'm going to put a little base layer on this one. I've decided to use the pink leaves, the pink background leaves, and I do love this color. Lovely dusty pink. And I am going to stick that down onto that surface there. So let's do that quickly. Right. So guys, I hope that you are having a lovely weekend. We are very fortunate. Tomorrow, Monday, is a bank holiday day for us here. I think it marks the end of summer. Which is sad in a way, but you know, I love autumn, so I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, another extra day, which I would normally be working, so back to work now. And well, only going in on Wednesday now. So yeah, because I am not working 5 days a week anymore. I'm only working 3, so that's great. More crafting time for me. Right, have I got that straight? Pretty much. Right, let's stick it down. Okay, so that's the base there, and we have glued the top, as I said, over there. We've got our flap on, and there we go. We're ready to go. Now you can sew around the edge, but I've got lots of layers going on here, so I'm not going to do that. Right, well, what I've done now is I've cut a little pocket bit over here, slightly narrower than my envelope. I'm going to give you the measurements, and I have sewn around it on some lightweight card. Now this pocket is 2 5/8 of an inch wide by 6 inches. That's approximately 6.5 centimeters or 15.4 centimeters. All right, I have stitched around that, and I am going to stick that down like that. So we can do that. Maybe. No, I'm going to use the glue. I was pondering there using my double-sided tape, but not on the camera. I think this art glitter glue is remarkably strong, so you know, my luck, I always faff with the double-sided tape, so I don't feel like doing that now. Right, so we're going to stick this down just over there. Just before I get it down, I want to get it to the edge, and then just sort of, I don't know why I made it slightly smaller, but I just like the bit of pink peeking through there. Right, so we've got that down there. So we've got a pocket in here now. We've got a pocket in here, and this one is just lifted. I felt this little flap. Just make sure your flaps are nicely, you know, sealed down. You don't want things to catch on that. Right, so we've got that done. So yes, we're going to add another pocket now. So brace yourself. We're going to use this paper. This is going to go down over here. This is 2 5/8 by 2 3/4 inches, or 6.5 by 7.2 centimeters, there or thereabouts, and that's going to go down this side over here. So we're going to stick that down. So I'm going to just put some more glue on here, make on the 3 sides again, so we're making another pocket. Lots of pockets today, lots and lots, and I do like them because I love layering them all up. So we're going to stick that down just like that. Okay, so that's drying. We now have a pocket in there. We've got a pocket in there as well. Right, now we're going to put one more pocket on, and then I'll stop with the pockets. I've just embossed a little scrappy bit of card, and I'm going to stick this down just on the bottom here as well. So this is, oh, I did write this. This is 1 1/4 inches in width, and then the width of that, or 3.5 centimeters. Okay, and then again, I couldn't write so very well on this embossed thing. Just over the width of this, which is 2.5 inches, or I think it was 6.5 centimeters. Okay, and yet again, that's the right side, so I want to just put some glue on the 3 sides again, just like that. Right, so we can stick that down over there as well. Okay, so that's all drying very nicely. We'll put that to the side quickly. So we've got the base for what we're doing here. So I'll just put that over there. Right, so let's look at a couple of things that we want to make. I'm going to start off by making a little pocket. I have used my mini pocket templates. You will find this in my templates 2 pack. I do use these as part of that pack a lot. It makes my life easier. And what I've done is I've just cut out using this paper here. You can see that I've just cut out the template right on the corner there. All right, so that's what I've done. Just laid it down, drew around it with my pencil and cut it out. And then folded along the fold lines as indicated on the template itself. Mine's cut out on card, so it's much firmer to use. All right, so that I've then stenciled just on the 2 tabs at the back there. And then that all folds together really nicely. This is just out of that paper. So, and I do love these sheets of paper. So I'm just putting some glue just on the edge there like that, just to stick that one down. And then just going to put some glue on the edges here as well. And there we've got a lovely little pocket, and it's really quick to make. All right, so that's ready to go. And then what I've done is I've taken some of the die cuts. This is from Garden Greens, I think, it's the Sizzix die cuts. And I've got one of my little Autumn Sentiment Sweet September, and I'm going to layer this up on here. So this is just from some cardstock I had, but I have cut out most of my die cuts, which I did this morning, and you can see here loads of them. A lot of them are out of the actual pages from my backing pages. and then I've used some cardstock to cut out the rest. And these beautiful ones over here, I do love these. These are ones that I've just bought, leaf skeletons. I'm going to use some today. And they are one I just got this today actually from Amazon. Sizex, beautiful leaf skeletons, which are perfect for autumn. And this is called skeleton leaves, and you'll find this on my Amazon favorite lists. So this is a great one, and I think it's going to be perfect for my autumn kits. And this is garden greens, which I like to use a lot as well. So I'm going to just stick that on the bottom there ever so quickly. This is where this glue is fantastic, because the nib is perfect for this. Okay, so we'll just decide exactly where it is that I want that. And I think I'm going to have it towards the top, so that when it's in the pocket, we can actually see. There we go. And then just Sweet September, this nice goldy color. And I'm going to just stick that down just to decorate the pocket up a bit. I do like a bit of decoration. Okay, so I think I'm going to just stick that like that, really. Okay, and there we've got a little pocket. Now, in this little pocket, I've just used one of the tags. So I've taken one of the tags from the add-on kit. I've just backed it onto some card and used some of this silk variegated ribbon. I got this from Plum Boutique, and it's really pretty. It's got the pinks. I'll show you. From Plum Boutique, and as you can see, it's got the pinks, if you can see that, the pinks and the sort of autumn shades in it. And I love this. I use this a lot for lots of different things. So that's Plum Boutique there, you can see. Alright, so I have got quite a few new ribbons from there, which I've got especially for this project. So that's going to go into that little pocket over there. So we'll leave that over there. And then what I've done is I've cut out 2 further little tags. These are just, I'll tell you the measurements. These are fun and easy to make. These are 4 centimeters in width, or just over 1.5, 1 3/4, let's say 1.5 to 1 3/4 in width, and 5 inches in length. 5 inches being about 13 centimeters. So I've just used the 2 pages from the background pages, used my wildflower lavender dye there, used my other little typewriter words, which were perfect and small for this, and then just used, this is the wildflower dye as well, and I've used the backing page, the darker plum color one there. All right, so 2 of those, and really nice additions to this little project. Right, so then what I did was I have again taken a piece of vellum in this yellow color here. Now you can just use the paper, you don't have to use vellum. I just thought I was having a vellum-y day, so I've just cut the width of a sheet of paper, so the standard width here, and I've measured off the width. It's 3 inches wide, or just over 7.5 centimeters, and the length here should be about 11. Let's do the inches first. 8.25 inches. All right, and in centimeters, that's about 21 centimeters. So that's the dimensions for that. I have just folded it at the let's see, 9 centimeter mark, or just over 3.5 inches. Right, I just did that so that I had a little bit of a flap at the top there. And what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to stitch around that on my sewing machine. All right, so I'll be with you just in a minute. Okay, so there you can see I've just stitched around the 4 sides there. Again, you can just glue those 2 sides down there, and that would work equally as well. All right, so what I've got now is I'm going to use autumn skies and pumpkin pies. I want to just stick that down over here like that. So I'm going to just do that, just to give it a little bit of a decoration. So there we go. Just stick that one over there at the top. Okay, and then just taking a strip of the very light cappuccino paper, I cut out a circle from the same paper as this, and then I put a butterfly on the top there like that. So very quick and easy. And then this is one of the images from the ephemera pack. So I thought that was perfect for this. So I'm just going to slide that in there like that, and then slide this in here as well. Okay, so we've got those two in there as well. Yeah, and then one last thing. Again, I thought I'd show you how I did the actual envelope, which isn't hard. This is one of the mini pages again, this little one. And then what I did was I've just stenciled the top there. And again, it's just a case of gluing down these little bits, these two sides here. Now, I will end up sewing mine when it's dry, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make an envelope if you don't have a sewing machine. So there you have it. I've just folded that down. Now the flap is folded at 1 and 1 3/4 inches, there or thereabouts, or just over 4 centimeters. And this bit I folded at 7.5 centimeters or 3 inches. So that's how quick and easy that is. Now all I'm going to do here is I've got a piece of sari. It's a variegated one. And I've got this lovely lace from Plum Boutique, which is perfect for the kind of colors I'm going for here. So I am going to quickly just sew around the edge here, and then when I come to sewing this bit, I'm going to sew that on, and this one as well. I'm just thinking probably going to stick this one down first. So let's do that. We'll stick this one down like that, close to the edge, I think. So it's just to hold it in place, like that. And then I will end up probably stitching this bit of sari. I might bunch it up a little bit. Just a little bit, just to sew on the top there. All right, so I will be with you guys shortly. Let me just do that and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so you can see I've just stitched that on there, and you've got a little bit of lace in the nice autumn shades, and you've got a little envelope there like that. So we've got all our little bits together here. The only other thing that I've got is I've taken 2 of the little stamps that are part of the add-on kit. So I've got a little pumpkin one with 2 leaves and some with the flowers. I've just put them onto some backing paper just to make them a bit bigger. I'm going to put those into one of the little envelopes there as well. All right, so we've got all of our bits and pieces here just to start to put this all together. So let's go and do that quickly. Right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to attach this to this piece over here. So what we want to do is we want to just ascertain quickly where we need to get this, and I think what I'll do is I'll leave a piece of this out so that I can work out exactly where it is that I need to put this. This is where I do need to put it, and I want it slightly over to this side like that. So the way to do that is to leave that on there, and then to lift this up because it's in the right position, and put your glue onto the flap itself. Okay, right, so then we can just turn that over like that, and before I press it down I want to make sure I've got it straight, and I think I have. If I just move that slightly like that, and then I can press that down. Right, so there, that's done, and now we can just put our glue all over this and get it ready to stick onto our page. Okay, so we've got that all done. I will say when I was sticking the glue on, I was thinking to myself, oh, I must remember to say, make sure you're using a glue that dries clear. So that will make it better for sure. Okay, so before I do that, I'm just trying to get it straight as I possibly can. I think that's about it, if I'm right. And then we can go and stick this down. Now it looks like there's a lot of glue under there, but I have done this before and the glue does dry clear and you won't see it. So there we go. There we go. So we've got that bit all nicely down like that. Okay, now what we want to do is I want to put a backing page on here. I'm going with one that's in this lovely light cappuccino color, and I'm just going to stick that down just like that over there. So let's get that down quickly as well. This is a nice color because you can write on this. All these background pages just about you could write on, but this is one of my favorites for having lovely writing spots. Okay, so let's just get that nice and smooth. And the same with the edges here, nice and smooth, just like that. Right. Okay, so we've got that there. That's lying nice and smooth as well. Any edges that you haven't quite glued down, just get your glue underneath and just make sure that you get those nice and flat like that. All right. Okay, so we've got this bit now that we are ready to decorate a little bit more. Now on this one little one over here, I've got this tiny little label, let it fall. Let it fall, so you know which pieces to pick up again. Yeah, but also it's fall, so it's autumn, so it's got like a double meaning there. Oops, I nearly dropped it. Oh my goodness. Right, so we want to get that towards the bottom there like that, I think. Remember, that's a little pocket. Then I've just got a little butterfly that I'm going to put on here. Okay, we'll just put that little butterfly there. Then these two little goodies, the pumpkin and the little card, I'm going to put those into this little pocket here. So I want the pumpkin to show a little bit there. So that one's horizontal, that one's vertical. Okay, so we've got that there now. And then we're going to take these two little cards and I'm going to put those into this pocket at the top over here. So those are going to fit in there like that. And then I'm going to take our little envelope before I put these other goodies in. And remember, you've got an opening on the side here. And we're going to just tuck that in over there like that. All right. Now this one you can, this is why I've left it slightly wider, where you don't have to push it all the way down. You can move it as you require, so that's like that. And then I have got this little pocket here, so we're going to slide that in to the bottom there, like that. And then we've got this little pocket that's going to go into this side over there. I'll just slightly angle those. Now you do sort of hide your little envelope here, but not to worry, it is there. Now that whole thing lifts up like that, and you've got a nice writing spot over there. And what you could actually do is, just so that you could see some of your envelope, is put it the other way around, I think, if I can just find the opening, like that. So you've got it underneath. like that. So let's just pull that up a bit so you've got some of that nice color coming through. And then what I wanted to do over here ever so lightly is I've cut out 2 of those leaves from the skeleton leaves that I showed you earlier, and I want to just lay those up over here like this. So was it like this or was it like this? Oh, I think I had it like that. Then I'm just going to stick on a little sentiment at the bottom there, those autumn sentiments. So I'm going to just do that ever so quickly. Right, so we've got these 2 just lying nicely over here, and I just love those. It looks like old leaves that have fallen off and withered away over autumn, late autumn. And now we can just stick down our little sentiment here like that. Okay, so there we can just put that, I think just, here we go. Right, and you can still write on that area there. We've got our little envelope sticking out the back like that. We've got everything lined up nicely. And there you have another little page that you have done for your autumn journal. Loads of pockets there, lots of places to write secret notes without defacing any of the art. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed that. It's fun to do, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing it. So I hope that you guys try it in your journals as well. All right, so this can now go back into this signature here. Right, there we have it. Okay, I still haven't trimmed down those pages. Right, so when we open it up, we've got that on that side, and the one that we've just done looks like that on that side. So there you have it. Okay, everyone, go give it a go. I'd love to see what you think and how you get on with yours. Thank you so much for spending time with me again. And I'll see you next week on Tuesday. So have a lovely week. Bye-bye.